the living embodiment of an actual human unity.
We have a rather interesting environment here. I think people just told me this morning that they haven't seen so many Aurovilians packed in one place at such high densities before. So this is an interesting experiment. It is very dense, and we have a few things that seem a little bit over the top in some senses. But we've done that for a reason, basically so that everybody can see everybody in the room, not because of anything else. So I'm Arun Murithi. I've had the wonderful opportunity over the last few months of spending some amount of time with all of you and with a remarkable team that has helped plan and execute this retreat. I think they've done wonders.
I didn't expect to be this nervous. I think sometimes it can be quite intimidating for us to join or participate, or like today for me to stand in front of you all and tell you something new.
We have about 7 residential areas, such as Maison de Jeunes, Maharishi, Kailash, VDK, and a few others. Yet the number of youth in search for housing exceeds our assets.
We need to improve and we need to promote the integration and involvement of youth towards the development of Auroville.
Make a database, information base on employment for the youth, where they can have jobs, on housing, where they can go and live, on education.
A place that's built to be different, stunning, resilient, beautiful people seeking to live in unity. But I feel that now we've kind of lost our way somehow. We get too caught up in minor problems with which we soon lose patience.
It struck me that there really is the need for a very clear voice, and Asta sort of responded to that in the morning for young people. And you could see just a simple example. That poem was read off a phone. Yeah, and certainly I felt that we needed to put our young friends at the center of this process. And I encouraged them last evening to do something which they were rather apprehensive of. And that was to speak from their heart and not hold back stuff, even if they know that it's something that their parents or other people in the room would not necessarily be very happy with. So.
I just relax. Mind go.
I just lay out very, very quickly, and I sent out this note a long time back. 7 somewhat difficult questions. We have a sort of a name for this in the, or at least one version of this in the retreat group. It's called Elephants in the Room. So we're going to parade a few elephants in the room. This is my way of parading it. I'm sure we're going to have different ways of doing it.
But is more a risk that some activity were proven in the
Narrow down more total 5 learning ideas, but we will be having actual task groups taking things up to make it happen.
Be clear about that.
As the suggested paths through which we undergo this transition are many. In this chaos, we need to find a master plan which we all agree upon and can help guide us in the right direction.
A learning society of constant progress, guided by the emergence of the psychic being towards oneness. I don't want to lose sight of that.
To identify the various categories of population living on site or not, permanently or temporary, and explore how they relate with Oroville, what they expect from Oroville, what they offer, and what we can offer. So, like privileges and duties. So, for example, this could be there are many spouses and families living in Oroville that aren't actually Orovillian. Maybe one person in the family is Orovillian, but the others are not.
First of all, it's meant to build an ecosystem service to ensure water resource, soil fertility, food production and afforestation.
In point D, when we said promote and establish best practice projects as demonstration training, one of the key points I think we should have also looked at is that it is being established that it's economically viable to have a land use of the green belt that will also be viable for the local settlements.
When we are looking today at residents' assembly meetings, very often they're being hijacked by individuals to promote their ideas. And that is very tiresome, especially if one has attended a session of meetings and has heard already what particular individuals try to preach. We believe that doing this work, doing this study, is one of the core issues we need to address. Today, it is extremely easy to block something by saying, oh, this has to be approved by the resident assembly, knowing fully well that that can easily take 2 to 3 years. So that is not viable. We have to enable a process, we have to create a process which allows us to take decisions. We may make mistakes, but not taking decisions is not affordable. We have to be able to respond in a way which is credible, which is carried by the community, and which reflects where the community is.
Because all the entrepreneurs that came here from the early days until today, we didn't have any formal education or anything about what that it means to develop a business or service. There's not much support. So I think now we have enough information after 47 years. I think it's time to have a place where people who want to start something can be advised and teach and share.
What's Dr. Karen saying?
Thank you, Parama. Let me say that in the 20-odd years that I have now been associated with Oroville, I have never seen the Orovillians in a better mood than you are this evening. But today I find that there is a new energy. It's too soon for me really to be able to say, but from whatever I have learned and whatever I have heard and whatever I myself have been able to gather, this retreat has been a tremendous success.